Conference Soccer, and it's here on ESPN+. The Tarleton State Texans come to Abilene for an always heated rivalry matchup with the Abilene Christian Wildcats here on a lovely Saturday night in Abilene. Hey, welcome inside Elmer Gray Stadium. Roman Raffelli, Zach McCartney here on ESPN+. A big game for both these teams. We're getting towards the end of WAC play, and it's a must-win game for both these teams.
Absolutely. Neither of these teams have quite had the seasons in conference that they would have wanted, but there's 3 games left, and both teams can still make the tournament, but wins are necessary right now, so both be playing hard.
Yeah, let's take a look at our impact players here. A couple of big names who had big performances last time these two met.
Abby Smith and Amelia Leggett both scored last time in the previous fixture, and ACU has been hurting for goals. They'll need them to step up again. On the Texans side, Stephanie and JC both are amazing goal scorers. They will be combining and be very threatening for the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, 33 combined shots on goal for those two this season. Certainly a big offense ahead of the Wildcats here tonight with the Texans. Hey, we'll take a break here on ESPN+. Kickoff coming up next. Back at Elmer Gray, moments away from first action here between the Texans and the Wildcats. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for both of these teams.
Yeah, these are definitely two teams that are used to playing with each other in conference. Ali Hart, Williams are up front, also Flanagan in the back, and Ballard. Definitely players to watch out for as they come in to try to get the win tonight.
And these two teams faced off just a couple of weeks ago. It's a very small WAC this season. That was October 10th, just 15 days ago. We'll take a look at the Wildcats starting lineup here.
Yeah, definitely. Everything in the back. Bella Medrano is at the heart of the defense there. She's been an outstanding freshman pickup. In midfield, McCarley Holloman's being moved from usually playing on the back line up in the midfield. She's key to getting the ball from back to front. And up top, Peyton Hill is definitely needed for goals tonight. And
Bella Medrano been a fantastic piece for the Wildcats as just a freshman from Lubbock High School, Friendship High School. Been a key piece in a very young program that the Wildcats have right now. Moments away here. Looks like Tarleton gets the ball to start here. And we're underway at Elmer Gray.
Yeah, kind of pinning it back in the corner. That's definitely a move that teams that like to do an offensive press to start it out to try to see if the Wildcats can't break through their press.
Fight for it here just outside the box. And a first shot up. Grabbed by Medrano, so Wildcats avoid the early damage. I'm going to push it up the far side here. An aggressive press from Tarleton coming out of the gate.
Definitely interesting to see how these games develop in the opening minutes. Tarleton definitely coming out, pressing, trying to get an early goal. We'll see if the Wildcats going to stand the pressure.
And with a rivalry like this one, it's huge to establish the momentum and the dominance early on, even if it doesn't directly translate to a goal. Want to control the pace and the tempo of this one as the Wildcats look to flip it here. We're going to send Peyton Hill up the near side. Chance to cross here. Now pushing into the box, looking for that cross. Gets it on the ground, but quickly knocked out of the goal line there. A nice defensive play, but a good push early from the Wildcats.
Absolutely. Solid play from Hill there, being able to win a corner when her teammates weren't quite getting in the box, but creating opportunity with the corner kick.
Be the junior Bailey Simon on the corner here. Wildcats an early opportunity. Nice cross in. First touched by the Texans, and they will clear it here. Run down up the middle. Now Wildcats going to push back up the left side. Nia Leslie pushing into the box and loses possession out of bounds.
Always enjoy seeing Nia Leslie running at defenders. It's what she wants to do. We'll watch that matchup as the match develops.
A couple of early attempts. Aggressive looks from both teams so far. As Tarleton sends it back towards midfield here. First touch by the Texans. Hill gets a foot on it. Wildcats again trying to push. Peyton Hill keeps it just inbounds, goes off of Tarleton there. Remain with the Wildcats. Get it into Holloman. A nice touch going up the middle. They crossed it into the box, but just nothing set up there.
That was dangerous from the Texans there. Loose defending in the back, lack of communication between the back line. Could have been something that the Wildcats capitalized on. Fortunately for them, they got away with it.
Wildcats still applying the pressure here. Nice cross up the middle. The header saved on the attempt. A good look there, a creative look from the Wildcats, but unable to hit it home.
That all starts with a good first touch off of a ball in the air, creating a half chance. Things you want to see if you're Coach Salas.
Michaela Kendall back in goal for the Texans here. Sends it back into the ACU half. Now push here from the Texans. Defended well on the far side. Contested in the corner. Texans trying to make a push. ACU looks to clear it there. Nia Leslie with a nice touch. Texans get it back towards the box. Looking for a cross entry pass there, but kicked past the goal line. Wildcats looking to go fast here. A loose possession to the Texans. Now a chance to clear it here. Sent to the far side, but a tough pass from Hannah Martin.
Difficult ball to make. Definitely one she might want to have held on to and allowed for more options to open up.
Bailey Simon out in pursuit up the middle. Long shot from the Texans. Nice save from Madrano. Dives to her right and secures it.
That was an excellent shot. Good curl, good dip, and a great save as well.
Again, Wildcats trying to push the tempo here. Retain possession just in front of their bench on the far side. So we take another look at that shot. A long shot there from the Texans, but again, just a nice save from the true freshman. Reagan Wag on the shot, the sophomore from Nova Scotia.
Outstanding contact from that.
Out on the Texans here, McCarley Hallman will throw it in for ACU. Gets it to Peyton Hill, who's trying to get the ball back out of the ACU half. They nearly find Hannah Martin, but the Texans, again, just aggressive in their early offensive attack.
Both these teams playing with some desperation, knowing where they are on the table. The ability to withstand pressure is going to be a key. Keeping calm and passing out of the press is the way you open up opportunities on the counterattack.
Yeah, both these teams at the bottom of the Western Athletic Conference standings as of right now. 4.5 back of Utah Valley, but I mean, no one's catching them in what's been an impressive WAC season. Free kick here for the Wildcats. They're going to send it into the box for Madrano. Now get it back out. And try to push up the near side. Hannah Martin up the middle. Advances it into the Tarleton half, but no one really there. Just a nice clearing opportunity. Nice touch there right at midfield for the Wildcats. An opportunity to get on the offensive. Now Bailey, Simon, and Hannah Vetromile sending it backwards for the Wildcats, trying to reset the offense. Turns into a Tarleton State opportunity. They get it into the box, but a nice kick out.
Good clearance by Gracie Kelly.
Kelly, another opportunity to clear there, but the Texans just shooting it right back into the box. A charge here. Nice contest from Kelly there, but avoids what could have been a big shot. Hey, let's take a look at our keys to the game here for this one as we're a few minutes into it here.
Yeah, definitely. With Tarleton State, they need to tighten up at the back. They've scored plenty of goals to be a lot higher up the table than they are. But with Abilene Christian, they need offense, and so it's can the Abilene Christian score offense on what is a bit of a weak defense, and can they hold off a great Tarleton attack? It's going to be a good one tonight.
Yeah, these teams match up perfectly, as you mentioned there. A lot of goals scored by Tarleton, but they give up quite a few as well, and the Wildcats just under a goal a game. They've gotten it done at Elmer Gray, still remain undefeated here in the friendly confines, but a win tonight would go a long way for the standings.
Absolutely. There's a couple of tough games that the Wildcats face down the stretch, and so this one is definitely one that they'll want to get some points from.
Hannah Martin looking to run with the Wildcats here, sends it down the left side to Vetramile. A nice cross towards the box, and Tarleton's going to kick it out just in front of the corner there. So it'll be a throw in for the Wildcats, but a really good look there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was well done. A good counterattacking soccer there, generating an opportunity for a good throw in.
Great touch there from Vetramile to the far side. Wildcats toss it in here. Hannah Martin gets the first touch, sent it to the goal line, but nobody there, just a miscommunication.
Yeah, just a little bit heavy on that. That ball needed to come a little bit out further wide so that Holloman could get on that and put in a cross.
So another kick from Kendall here. Senior from Orange, California. First touch from the Wildcats. Off the foot of Martin. Peyton Hill looking to run. Kicks it off the Tarleton State defender there, and ACU does retain possession. Bunched up in the middle. Texans grab the ball. Now looking to run up the near side. The cross. Not saved by Medrano, but she kicks it out and then pushes it out, and then the Wildcats able to clear it. Right place, right time. I think that was Katie Gregson there who was able to kick it away after the dive from Medrano. Now the Wildcats looking to run with Leggett. Big piece of contact right up the middle. Leggett goes down. Visibly shaken up here. No stoppage in play. Texans advancing into the box, but Medrano's going to grab that one.
It's been real end-to-end stuff so far. Really exciting chances being created on both ends. Definitely going to be a leg burner for the players out there tonight.
Leggett's still moving a bit slow, but no stoppage from her. Wildcats kick it out. Another opportunity for the Texans. Pushing up the far side, across into the box, but defended well by Bailey Simon. Leslie's kick kept in the ACU half. Now Peyton Hill with a nice touch advances it into the Tarleton half, but nobody there. A good clear from the ACU defense.
Hard to bring that kind of ball down with that much pace.
Texans reset the offense, look to push up the far side. Kick it into the corner, but the Wildcats will possess it briefly. Tarleton gets it back. Hard fought from Nia Leslie on the far side.
She's been putting back a lot of defensive work and put out a couple of fires so far. That's something that her defense will certainly appreciate.
Tarleton sends it into the box. The header there knocked away from the goal. Katie Gregson sends it towards the midfield circle. Now Bailey Simon with the ball. Texans a great job just anti-clearing here, really. Medrano able to grab it in the box. Every time ACU gets a chance to really clear the ball out, avoid the danger, the Texans are just right there to send it right back. This one out on the Wildcats, so it'll be a throw-in opportunity for the Texans.
We when your midfield is getting pinned back, constantly doing defensive effort, the back line of Tarleton can push up, and then it can just feel like a recycle machine. Every time you hit it out, it just comes right back, and it can get very, very tiring on the legs very quickly.
A lot of time spent in this Abilene defensive portion of the field. Nia Leslie a chance to run up the far side. He's going to send it to the middle here.
That was really well done from Leggett there. The patience there to slow things down, allow her team to transition, kind of get back from pinned.
She got out to Peyton Hill, who got it into the box and crossed it, but not on the same page. Wildcats look to reset the offense here. They get it to Bailey Simon, who sends it up the middle. Good touch here from Martin, pushing up the far side. Gets it to Nia Leslie. Looking to set up the play in the box. Sends it in, but it's quickly kicked out by the defense. That's number 9, Caitlin Flanagan, senior from Villa Park, California, there for the Texans.
That was good patience there from the Wildcat offense. Not going too quickly, allowing things to develop. It allows their defense to breathe and kind of calm down just a little bit after a season of pressure.
Wildcats another look into the box there. Just kind of died between a couple of feet. Wildcats still going to retain possession here. Get out to Bailey Simon's going to turn and try to reset here. It's to Gracie Kelly, who sends it in, headed out by the Texans. Now a chance to run for Tarleton. Going up the far side of the field. Abby Smith in back defensively, kicks it out and saves what could have been a big breakaway.
Yeah, that's good defensive work, slowing things down, being able to get possession back there and try to send things the other way.
Texans try to send it back into the box, but it rolls well past the end line there. A lot of defense on that far side from the Wildcats. That's where Tarleton's liking their matchup, or just trying to push the ball, but they've held strong. Hannah Vetramile, Nia Leslie both over there, joined by Katie Gregson as well. Toronto looking to launch this one, pushes the Wildcats forward. 30 minutes to go here in half number 1. Great kick, well past the midfield stripe. First couple of touches from the Texans. Gracie Kelly, a header just in front of the box. Texans grab possession. Bailey Simon's going to take it herself now, trying to advance the offense. Leggett possesses up the middle, but we're going to get a whistle there. A big kick there from Zoe Ballard. Takes Leggett off her feet.
Bit of a protest there. She didn't see it the same way. What I've really liked to see from Leggett is that her ability to possess the ball as a striker whenever your defense is getting pinned back, you being able to do that hold-up play and allow the midfield to shift up, super important, especially whenever they're trying to press you. So that's really helpful play that doesn't always show up on the stat sheet. It's really good work from her so far.
Leggett possessing well, one of the leaders on this team, not only in the stats, but just on and off the field. Senior from Wiley. Had a goal last time these two teams met. That was back on October 10th, a 2-2 tie. Wildcats led at half 1-0, but a couple of nice shots from the Texans ended that one in the tie as we get another whistle.
Ref calls for the foul off the ball. Didn't quite see exactly what he was looking at, but I'm certain there was something there.
Texans send it back into the offensive half. Some fancy footwork by Avery Haar on the near side. Get it into the box, but it's kicked out by Gracie Kelly. A nice defensive play there.
That was well done by Har, being able to get the ball, get the cross off from one of ACU's better defenders there, and McCarley Holloman, creating just a little bit of space and getting a ball in. That could have been, with a better touch, that could have definitely put Reynolds in for a shot.
It was Sydney White there who mishandled it in the box. A great look set up by Har. Fight for the ball, rolls out of bounds. Just look at Hannah Martin, another leader on this team, been with the Wildcats for quite a while. Battled an injury last year, beginning a portion of this year, but they're happy to have her back in what should be a exciting push down the home stretch here in WAC play in the final year of the WAC.
Martin's definitely a culture player, someone who brings a lot of energy at everything. She definitely gets the midfield and the defending team rallying around her.
Couple of headers right at the top of the box. A sliding grab by Bella Medrano. A gutsy play there, but a great slide.
Decisive from the goalkeeper. That's what you want. That's what she's given all season.
And just a true freshman coming down to Abilene from Lubbock, 2 hours north or so. Was fantastic with Friendship High School, and now playing for the Wildcats here as the Texans get the ball back, but Hannah Vetramile looking to keep it in the ACU offensive end. Throw in from the Texans here. Now pushing the line, kicked out by Katie Gregson. It'll be a corner for Tarleton. Looks like it's number 10, Sam Leedy for the Texans, kicking it from the corner. Sends it into the box. First touched by Tarleton there, but the Wildcats able to force it out of the box. Now sent back in. Nia Leslie is going to watch it roll past the baseline.
Definitely good defending on that corner. Kept it out of dangerous areas. See if they can break this press. Moving forward.
Aggressive offensive press here from the Texans. Trying to go up the middle. Nice play from Bailey Simon to get it to the outside. Looks like Wildcats going to be able to advance it into the offensive half. Vetramile showcasing the speed. Finds Hannah Martin. And it's out on the baseline there from the Texans. It'll be another corner for ACU. I'll take a look at the last game out here for the Wildcats. We'll have a brief pause in play. These two teams, a really competitive one over in Stephenville, ultimately ending in the tie.
It was a very exciting game. Tarleton scored, and there were a couple of counterattacking goals that ACU were able to put together to make that a classic. Definitely unfinished business for both teams over here.
A lot of shots up there as this corner kick sent right back out. Bailey Simon, another chance to send it in. Getting headed out by the Texans. Okay, send it back in. Nobody there. But forces the Texans to kick it out.
And Flanagan, nice defending there. Didn't really have anyone to pass it to, and so she just cleared the ball out wisely.
Fight for it here at midfield. Hannah Martin out the middle. Flips it to Nia Leslie. Makes a nice move to get into the box. The shot up, but well left of the goal.
Yeah, it looks like Leslie came over on the right wing. Not sure if she's going to change positions or just kind of the play moved her that way, but opened up an opportunity to get a good strike off. She'll wish she did a little bit better with that one.
Shot misses wide left, so possession flips back over to the Texans. First touch from Abby Smith up the middle, but rolls out on the far side, out on the Wildcats.
Tarleton not messing with playing out the back. Seems all their goalies doing is sending it forward, and they're trying to win it in the midfield to give themselves opportunities. It's effective lots of the times, but interesting tactic there.
Texans looking for another offensive push. Trying to go up the middle, now the far side.
It's a good turn there by Reagan Wag.
Dangerous cross, headed in from the Texans. What a play. Able to convert on a lengthy cross there to knock it in was Sam Leedy.
Absolutely, that was outstanding. Back to front, goalie hits it forward, midfield takes it down, moves it out to the right side. Then a great cross in there to create, and credit to Leedy for making the run in there and getting her head on the ball.
Sammy Schultz with the pass. What a cross there.
Absolutely, and check that, not the head. Got her a great foot on there, so that's something to watch out for. That was outstanding back to front, counterattacking soccer, so very impressive.
Take another look at it here. Leedy just in the perfect spot for it.
Almost bounced off her side. Hey, anything gets it done as long as it's not in a hand, and that's a impressive goal there. They all count as one.
All count on the scoreboard. No pictures on the scorecard there. Went through the legs of Medrano. So Texans lead at 1-0 here. We get a whistle on Hannah Martin right on the near side.
One of my favorite goals of all time was scored by Clint Dempsey against Uganda, and I believe it was somewhere around his midsection that he used to force that in the goal off across. So pros can do it. This works just fine.
Not always how you draw it up, but it's how you execute. Texans looking for another push here. This offensive press has really been a tough one for the Wildcats to crack.
It's definitely a high energy strategy, and it's also a bit of a risk if they're able to play it out, but so far it's worked for them.
Wildcats have had a couple really nice looks, just haven't been able to convert. As they make a couple of substitutions here. So it's Reagan Hollis entering the game, as well as Amelia Miller for the Wildcats. Miller with it here. Hall's just in front, tripped up, and a call on Miller.
Leedy would have preferred the advantage there.
And take another look at it.
It's a good turn right there. A little bit too much contact.
And Leedy wishing they would have just
let her play on. Another long ball here. Zoe Ballard with the boot.
Ballard sends it across the field, right up the middle. Abby Smith defending in the corner. Nia Leslie comes in, grabs that one. A nice turn there and tries to advance it. Now send into the box from the Texans. Goes over everybody, just rolling out the near side. Go ball for Leedy in a corner. Gonna cross, knocked out on the Wildcats. We'll take another look back at that goal. It's her first goal this season, coming in the 23rd minute there. Sam Leedy gets the Texans on the board.
That number 10's often a playmaker, so she'll be happy to have gotten on the score sheet herself.
Have the throw in just to the right of the corner here. Carly Holloman clears it. Reagan Hollis with possession here. Nice turn's going to cross it to Nia Leslie. Sends it up for Smith. Wildcats looking to get something going here on the offensive end, off the foot of Miller, and we'll turn it over back to the Texans.
Just a little bit too frantic. Need to slow down just a hair and try to maintain possession.
Fight for it right at Midfield rolls out on the Wildcats.
When you concede, sometimes the things start moving just a little bit faster. You feel like you're on the back foot, feel like you need to make the goal happen immediately, and that can sometimes lead to sloppy play going forward.
Texans pushing forward here, right up the middle. Nice clear from Katie Gregson, keeps it on the ground. Texans get it back. Now sent into the box again, cleared. That time Gracie Kelly. This one rolls past Kelly, but grabbed by Medrano.
Yeah, veteran defending there. Let your keeper collect it and slow things down. Give everyone a chance to breathe.
Gives Medrano a chance to direct here as the Wildcats looking to possess the ball in the offensive half. Spent the majority of this first half on defense. As we approach the 18-minute remaining here in half number 1. Texans flip the field. Nice touch there from Amelia Miller, but right back to the Texans. The Texans going to send it back to the far side here. They tried to flip it to the near side. Wildcat defense didn't let them get much going. They're going to go back to what they've been trying to do the majority of this game. Rolls down to Medrano.
Certainly maintain their pressing shape, not letting ACU have anything easy coming out the back.
Been a great effort up front by Stevie Reynolds, continuing to just apply the pressure up the middle. Leslie gets it to Martin here. Wildcats trying to flip the field. It's Gracie Kelly pushing up the near side. Looks to cross, sends it up the middle, but grabbed by the Texans. And a Venturemount with a nice play. Great touch.
Outstanding touch. One of the little things that makes watching soccer a joy is touches like that.
A big physical play right at midfield. A whistle against the Texans there. Hannah Martin hits the deck. Yeah, physical play on the ball.
Something that I've developed a love-hate relationship watching this team is their desire to hit we'll get to this in a minute.
Kicked out by the Texans.
The Wildcats' desire to do one-touch passing, it often can create some opportunities, but it feels like if they took a couple extra touches and slowed things down, they might be able to maintain a little bit more possession rather than giving it away and having to get back on defense.
And that can be a byproduct of what the Texans are doing here, applying a lot of pressure, really ramping up the tempo of this one with that offensive press.
Absolutely. When there's someone on your back, you feel like, oh, I don't have time to take that extra touch, but being able to breathe a little bit and use their momentum against them, that's how you can break a press and turn something into attack.
Wildcats look to get on the attack here. Leslie tries to turn. Would have been a crafty one there, but it slides just past her.
Her pace is always exciting to watch. That one just slid past her.
Texans ball right at midfield. 15 minutes remaining in half number 1. The Texans lead it 1-0 over the Wildcats. Go ball here for Reagan Hollis. Caught up a nice kick out of bounds from Zoe Ballard on the defensive end.
Impressive defensive shape there. There was one ACU player downfield with that ball sent forward, and there were 5 Texans who were swarming around her, not allowing any opportunity for her to do anything other than win the throw in.
Wildcats send it into the box. Amelia Miller there, but unable to convert. And McCarley Hallman there loses possession. Excuse me, that's Miller. Lost possession there as have a goal kick from attacking the Texans.
Would like to see a little bit more attacking intent from the Wildcats. When you're behind in the game, you got 14 minutes left in the first half. This season you need wins to keep this season going, and so one person, two people going up whenever you have the ball in the attacking third is just not enough. You need to get more bodies in the box to have the opportunity to generate some offense.
Bloomfield's kick, first touch by Miller. Battle for it right at midfield.
Good little midfield battle there.
Holloman gonna send it back to Gracie Kelly. The Texans are beginning to apply this press again on the offensive half. Miller here looking to advance. Nice touch from Katie Gregson. Gets it back up to Miller. Nice pass ahead by Nyland. To Miller, a chance to run. Looks to cross, but is stopped by the Texan in defense there. Nice play from Caitlin Flanagan.
That was absolutely outstanding defending from Flanagan there with having Miller running at her.
Chance to run for the Texans here. They get it just in front of the box. Sent out by Vetramile. Cafaro Roberts with the header here. It's going to roll back into Tarleton possession.
That was a touch wasteful there from Adeline Rosansky, number 7. She quickly tried to send a ball in without really looking to see if there was a player making the run, and they gave away possession when they had it in a dangerous spot.
An over-aggressive play from the Texans. Wildcats going to look to capitalize on it here. Texans back on the offensive. Just a chip shot in just past the post. A nice dive from Medrano.
Yeah, that was a really good shot there. Obviously off target, but looks like a quick turnover, get the shot off. Not really much going there. Looks like Medrano had the corner covered, but definitely worrying signs if you're a Wildcat.
Wildcats looking for an offensive effort here as the first half comes to a close. Pass goes past Emma Nyland there up the middle. Vetramile gets to Bailey Simon. Takes it past Miller here, is going to push it herself up the right side. Now gives it to Miller. Chance to cross here, sends it into the box, but no Wildcat there, just a Texan to secure it. Holloman sends it towards the box again.
Just want to see a few more runs being made in the box there whenever you know you have a cross coming. Take some energy from these midfielders, but you're going to have to risk something.
Both of the Miller sisters in pursuit here for the Wildcats. McCarley Holloman with the stop currently. Now Amelia Miller tripped up on what was a nice turn.
Yeah, it was a really good turn. Defender was beaten. Definitely a couple more of those. We might see cards coming out, but excellent little play to get her body in the right position and be able to get generate the foul.
Not a ton of contact there, but 16 for the Texans new at JC Bass.
When your leg's behind you and it gets clipped behind, you're going down. That's
Gracie Kelly sends it into the box. Looking for Cafaro Roberts, gets a touch, but it's knocked down by the Texans. Sent towards midfield. Wildcats going to look to push it again here. Reagan Hollis in a battle up the middle, joined by Cafaro Roberts. Simon with the header. Miller's going to look to flip it to the near side.
That was an outstanding little touch there to change direction and keep possession.
Now Shakira Cafaro Roberts, a push up, crosses in, kicked out by the Texans.
It was a really good play. Wanted to see a couple more bodies get in there or at least curl a run to a more dangerous spot.
Send another one in, but it gets past Miller. He's going to cross it back in, but goes out of bounds on the goal line there.
Much better from the Wildcats, seeing a couple of promising signs for offense coming down the line. Definitely we saw a few more runners in the box there, but a great couple of crosses in there and some half chances. Something hopefully they'll be able to get some offense in going into the halftime.
Under 10 minutes left in half number 1. Bloomfield sends it Back towards midfield. Miller with the first touch for the Wildcats. Nice turn towards the middle. Crosses, finds Cafaro Roberts, but not the best touch. Texans have been pushed back into the defensive half the last couple of minutes here, not able to press in their offensive style.
Yeah, Coach Salas will have liked what he's seen in the last 10 minutes a little bit more than the previous.
Wildcats have had some great looks, a couple nice crosses into the box, just have not been able to convert. A trail 1-0 to the Tarleton State Texans. Ball out on the Texans there on the far corner. It'll be a goal kick coming from Medrano.
That was quality defending from Vetramile.
Hallman with the ball here, knocked out again by the Texans. Miller with a great touch to advance it to Hollis. Hallman keeps it in bounds. Chance for the Texans, broken up by Gracie Kelly and Bailey Simon.
Miscommunication there in midfield.
Knocked out by Miller. Texans send it into the box, over the head of Gregson, kicked around, but Wildcats able to tentatively clear it. A great kick in from Leedy.
She's been impressive in this first half. Obviously the goal, but also making runs down this left side and putting in some dangerous balls.
Sophomore forward from El Dorado Hills, California. Nine with a nice touch, gets it to Cafaro Roberts. Wildcats looking to get another look on the offensive side here in the final minutes of half number 1. Hallman and Miller here on the near side. Texans take it up the middle. Cleared well by Cafaro Roberts. A chance for the Wildcats. Miller pushing up the middle. Avoids the slide tackle, gets a shot up, but a great dive and a save from Kylie Bloomfield.
An outstanding run from Miller. Did a couple of outstanding little nutmegs and good presence of mind to be able to get off the shot. Great save as well, so some good play all around.
Great possession up the middle. Great shot, just an excellent save. And we get a whistle. It'll be Texans ball. You know, a big save like that can really shoot the momentum in your favor. Gonna look to capitalize on it here in the final minutes.
Well, it's something, if you never want to concede right before halftime, so whenever your defense has not allowed any shots and then the first one, your goalie, you know, stops you, it's something that's really calming as a back line of knowing that, hey, you've got a solid shot stopper behind you, so it's something that can just juice the energy in the whole team.
Ballard to kick it from the far side. Low kick, first touched by Emma Nyland. Cafaro Roberts turns it back towards the offensive half, but loses possession.
Yeah, poor first touch there, trying to run around her. Probably should have maintained possession and instead of trying to go for the skill move there.
Vetramile gets first touch. Wildcats trying to possess here off the throw-in. Reagan Hollis, pass broken up to Miller. Now Cafaro Roberts, a chance to run up the left side. She's got some wheels. Pushing up the far side. Can she get a shot off right at the goal? Crosses it. Shot by Miller off the foot. A missed touch there from Amelia Miller.
And that was all generated there from the run. Farrell Roberts, that a great little ability to get the ball back. Miller just kind of misangled her run just a little bit, couldn't adjust to the ball being slightly behind her, but an outstanding opportunity there from the Wildcats gone wasted.
Yeah, just a tough touch from Miller. Just missed it. Sub 4 minutes left in half number 1. Miller sends it out of bounds. Texans ball, it's Leedy to throw it in. Looking to stay in the offensive press. Sent out of bounds. Throw in for the Wildcats. Sent out from ACU now. A chance for the Texans. Leedy to throw it in again.
Interesting to see how these two teams, if the Texans try to double their lead or just take their lead into halftime. Good ball there from Leedy.
Saved by Bailey Simon here, running it out of the box, but she loses possession. The Texans have really had a consistent, just great ball into the box, letting their girls in there just kind of cause some chaos. Wildcats have been fortunate to knock it out most of the time.
Absolutely. You let too many crosses in, one of them's bound to go in. It's something that you always want to put the stop on those as defenders.
Sent out by the Texans. Medrano will have a goal kick here. Booming kick from Medrano lands just past the midfield stripe. Bouncing around Simon and Nyland for the Wildcats. Texans get it back, looking for another push. Goes out of bounds. It's 18, Gabrielle Williams for the Texans. Wildcats looking to flip it here. Miller sends it up past her twin sister. Fortunately, Texans back quick enough, retain possession. Texans an offensive push. Stopped by Simon and Kelly. Send it for Holloman up the near side. Past Miller. Texans will get it back.
It's a good try on the flick from Miller. Didn't quite come off for her.
Not just for the Texans to cross here. Off the foot. Nice play there from Gracie Kelly. An easy save from Medrano.
Goalkeeper's pushing them forward. She's going to try to see if they can't get something here in this last 30 seconds of the first half. Good touch.
Great touch from Miller there. He's hit hard off the ball. No whistle. Texans an additional chance to push here. Gonna send it into the box past Williams, and Medrano has to make a sliding grab. Might choose to take her time on this one, or she'll send it away.
Commentator's curse right there.
Wildcats trying to be aggressive here in the final seconds. Nearly backfired after a great play on the defensive end from Sam Leedy, and we enter the halfway marker here. The Tarleton Texans lead it 1-0 over the Wildcats. An aggressive first half. A lot of it spent on the defensive end for ACU, but they trail just 1-0. We'll take a timeout here on the broadcast. It's on ESPN+. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back at Elmer Gray. Wildcats trail the Tarleton State Texans 1-0 at halftime. Hey, welcome back inside the booth. Roman Rafelli, Zach McCartney here. A competitive first half. They find themselves with a 1-0 lead.
crosses left unfinished, except for the one here by Sam Leody, an awesome little goal that she was able to get her body in and be able to score. So that's the separation here. End-to-end stuff. Tarleton probably had the better of the play of the two teams. Their coach will be a little bit more pleased than Coach Salas. However, something that we're really impressed with is that the game is 2 halves, and so everything is to play for here in the second half.
Yeah, had a couple of nice opportunities. We'll take a look at the first half stats here. Leedy, the difference maker with the goal, just kind of knocked it off her hip, really. They're not probably how they drew it up, but they are able to convert. Otherwise, pretty even first half.
Yeah, definitely. Tarleton has the edge on shots and shots on goal, but ultimately not too much to break between them. The play was definitely a little bit more in the ACU half than the Tarleton half, but a pretty even game overall, real back and forth. There were a couple of periods where everything was on one side and then a couple of periods where it was on the other, but not much to divide it except for the score.
Hey, we'll take a look at the WAC news and notes here as well as conference play slowly comes to a close. Ruby Hadlick wins, WAC Offensive Player of the Week. It feels like every other week it's a new UVU Wolverine with that honor.
Absolutely. Just pick a player on their team, and it seems like they've done that every time.
And then Southern Utah in a battle for that 4th playoff spot. 4 out of 6 teams in the conference make the conference tournament at the end of it here. Currently, Southern Utah holds it, but winner of this game will actually jump them into 4th place. And then Brianna Free, WAC Goalkeeper of the Week, 8th career shutout. Nice performance from her for Utah Tech.
Yeah, definitely exciting conference coming out of the business end of the season. A lot of these teams with a lot to play for, trying to get to that tournament.
Well, we're set up for an excellent second half between these two teams. It's the West Texas rivalry on the other side of a quick commercial break here from Elmer Gray. Back in Abilene, the Wildcats trailing the Texans. Just under 8 minutes remaining here at halftime in what's a big game, the third to last for both of these teams. They'll each play Utah Valley and Cal Baptist to close their seasons. Take a look at the WAC standings here. It's a tight conference with the exception of Utah Valley leading it.
Absolutely. Like we said, Tarleton State, Abilene Christian both sitting 4.5 games back. The winner of this game is going to move into that 4th spot. Tarleton has that edge right now. It's definitely something that the Wildcats will feel like they need to pull something out of this game, because the game against Utah Valley is going to be a very, very tough one, finishing up with Cal Baptist, who's also a solid team.
Top 4 teams making the conference tournament this season, a much smaller conference after a couple of departures and what's going to be rebranded as the United Athletic Conference coming July. Take a look at the title race here. As we mentioned it, Utah Valley well ahead of it. They've clinched. They've dominated all season long.
Yeah, the team has been a cut above all the others. Not only have they won, they've won by big for most of their matchups. They're a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year. Definitely could make it again this year. They're an impressive squad of ladies, and it'll be interesting to see how far they go this year.
I mean, Faith Weber, they're 5 goals against Southern Utah just 2 days ago. 2 goals in the 15-minute mark and one just before it in the 13. I mean, she had 3 goals in just about 3 minutes.
Yeah, a hat trick in 3 minutes doesn't happen very often, especially not at this level. So Faith definitely had a night for her career, and popping in 2 more is just added benefit there.
And California Baptist starting to create some space in the middle. They're just sitting in 2nd place. They're not going to catch Utah Valley, but certainly another formidable opponent. The Wildcats and the Texans will both have to play down the stretch here. 11 shots from Cal Baptist in that win over Utah Tech. That's a nice performance offensively.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons why this game's so important to both these teams.
Yeah, hey, we'll take another break here on ESPN Plus. The second half coming up next on ESPN Plus. Hey, we're back for the second half here in Abilene. Texans lead at 1-0 after the first half. Wildcats going to look to get back and get on the board here and be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive half this second half.
Yeah, definitely be interested to see how the Texans play with this 1-goal lead, if they try to protect the lead and get the points for the season, or if they try to extend it.
Early chance to run there for Amelia Leggett. Texans shut it down. Texans able to, on just a couple of touches, get it back into the offensive half. A big kick from Medrano. Forward up front for the Texans, Stevie Reynolds, limping off after a big kick from Medrano. Shakira Cafaro-Roberts, a chance to run up the middle. Puts a shot up, but it's tipped immediately and grabbed by Bloomfield.
Yeah, she picked up the ball off a loose touch from the Texans, and it was a great job to create a little half chance there, deflected and easy for the goalkeeper.
Good early look for the Wildcats. Bailey Simon with the header. First touch off the kick from Bloomfield.
Good couple of touches from Hill there, but a poor ball to send forward to create the turnover and play.
Been some bright spots in that first half for the Wildcats. A couple really nice opportunities, just could not convert. Physical play there from Holloman earns a whistle. Play on Avery Haar.
Tarleton not in a rush to take this free kick. Going to send a lot of white jerseys forward to try to see if they can't get something on of what's sure to be a ball sent into the box.
Kicked in here, first touch by Katie Gregson. Texans regain possession here. Going to look to set up a cross. Nice block there from Gracie Kelly. Fight for it in the corner, sent into the box, but we get a whistle.
Like a foul there on the far side.
Be a free kick for the Texans.
Dangerous area here. Can get a lot of power and whip in, and you never know, it can go off of anybody.
Physical play in the box, hands up from Gregson. She's able to possess it here. Medrano with the save. A dangerous look there from the Texans, but Wildcats keep it out. Now Cafaro-Roberts a chance to run here with Leggett up the near side. Beats Leody, crosses it in, but Cafaro-Roberts not quite there, sent out by Zoe Ballard.
That's a good counterattack there. See if they can make any more of it.
Cafaro-Roberts, a nice touch there, but Texans kick it away. Simon and Martin possessing it up the middle for the Wildcats. Nice turn from Martin. Gives it a kick right at the corner. Banks it in!
Oh. Looks like it came off the post and didn't quite come in, but what an effort there from Martin there. Goodness gracious, that was almost a beauty.
What a look from the senior Wildcat. Off the corner and just rolls out. So we take another look at it here. Really tough to tell there. What a look, but just does not bounce the way of the Wildcats. Now leg it up the middle here. Wildcats looking for another opportunity. Up the far side, Holloman tries to cross it in. Contested by the Texans here. A bit of chaos being pushed forward by the Wildcats here, just kind of playing it as they can. Goalkeeper Riley Bloomfield's down.
Yeah, it looks like Holloman tried to poke the ball out. Goalkeeper's always going to get protected there. Rash challenge there leads to yellow card.
She gets the card. We'll take another look at it.
Oh, not Holloman.
It's Peyton Hill, yeah.
Hill.
Peyton Hill for the Wildcats, just tangled up a little bit. unnecessary kind of jab at it. Bloomfield good to go. Bloomfield sends it towards midfield. First touch by Cafaro Roberts. Second from Leggett. Wildcats looking to possess it here. Tarleton able to flip it here. Nice turn up the middle. Gonna push up the far side. Avery Haar on the offensive. Nice battle there. McCarley Holloman. It's gonna be kicked out by the Texans and a goal kick for Medrano.
Excellent defending.
Gregson, Kelly, Simon here for the Wildcats looking to flip the field. Tarleton not quite as aggressive of an offensive press as we saw in that first half here. The Wildcats doing a better job breaking it. Now chance to run up the middle. Gets it to Cafaro Roberts on the left. A shifting move to the baseline. Crosses it in. Kicked away. Diving play. Wildcats unable to convert here. Staying on the offensive. Smith taps it back towards, but great defense from Tarleton.
And that is a different look from the Wildcats. They've sent a lot more bodies forward whenever they have the ball. That's going to help them out a lot on those rebounds. Excellent opportunities created there. Unlucky for them not to poke that in.
A couple of great looks early in this second half. The Wildcats possessing the ball much more in the offensive half than in that first half. This one sent ahead for Haar. Carly Holloman is going to grab it for ACU. Tries to clear it out, but Texans regain possession. Now sending it into the box. Nice play from Gregson. Nice touch from Martin there as well.
It's a good hold-up play there from Leggett.
Leggett finds Hannah Martin. Gets a good turn. Now looking for Shakira Cafaro Roberts downfield. Intercepted by the defense.
A little bit too greedy on that forward ball. Could have passed it out to Miller and Vetchermile and maintain possession, but
now the ball back with Bloomfield in the box. Leggett applies the pressure, forces her to do something with it. Bounces around midfield. Hannah Vetchermile on the near side, watches it roll out off of her. And we'll get a kick from, or a throw in from Stevie Reynolds. Cafaro Roberts gets ahead on it, but remains Tarleton ball as it rolls out of bounds. Texans push the goal line here, but rolls out.
There's good defending there from Cafaro Roberts, shepherding the attacker out there.
Tarleton gets it back here, looking for an offensive push. They have numbers. Tries to send it into the box, but it's kicked away by Katie Gregson. Cafaro Roberts saves it just before it rolls out. Now gets it forward to Simon. Opportunity for the Wildcats to run here. Going right up the middle. Finds Abby Smith up the middle. Crosses it just before it goes out and shoots it into the side of the goal. A nice pass there from Hannah Martin. A couple of great touches from the Wildcats, but again, unable to convert.
Yeah, Martin had the opportunity to send a ball in forward. She decided to play it short, but still were able to get this half chance down the side. Promising stuff from the Wildcats here in the beginning of the second half.
Some really aggressive looks from ACU. A couple of nice shots up and good opportunities. Just nothing falling so far. Carly Holloman grabs it here, sends it across to Cafaro Roberts. Tries to turn up the middle, finds Amelia Leggett. Nobody there on the near side for the Wildcats as the Texans are able to boot it back towards midfield.
That was really solid defending from the center back, not allowing Leggett to get around her.
Again, sent towards midfield. Bailey Simon gets a foot on it. Back and forth from the Texans and the Wildcats here at midfield. Now go ball sent up the far side. McCarley Holloman in on defense. Gracie Kelly as well. They're going to kick it away from Avery Haar.
Really good defensive help there, making the run across to prevent the forward from getting any further.
Be a throw in for the Texans. 34-25 remaining in half number 2. They lead it 1-0 over the Wildcats. Shot blocked there right before. Had a chance to get to the goal. Now Kafera Roberts, a chance to run off a nice defensive play from Bailey Simon. Gets it to Amelia Leggett. Who's going to push back towards the far side, where she has Kafera Roberts. Finds Wildcat on the far side. It's Peyton Hill. It's launched out by the Texans, and it'll be a Wildcat ball.
I believe caught a deflection off of Hill, so, or at least the ref thought so.
As Texans throw in here on the far side. Wildcats looking to continue the aggressive offensive pursuit here. Big kick there off of Texans. That one coming off the foot of Gracie Kelly, but the back of, I believe that's Regan Wag. Simon a touch here at midfield. Gets it back to Kelly. They're going to flip it here to Katie Gregson, who sends it past Kafera Roberts out of play. Back and forth early here in the second half. Tarleton State and Abilene Christian. It's always competitive. It's usually aggressive. Looks like we're going to have one down to the wire here. Wildcats looking for an offensive surge. 32 minutes remaining in half number 2. Medrano with a touchback for the Wildcats. Going to look to push it with Gracie Kelly. Tarleton regains possession. Setting it up here up the middle. Gets past Gracie Kelly. Medrano's going to advance in the box and make the play. Now finds Hannah Martin. Chance to run with Kafera Roberts. A nice pass, but a great touch there from the defense. That's Tegan Dodd. Kicked out by Dodd again. Martin to throw it in.
Just to try right again.
Actually give it to Hannah Vetramile.
I like that. Move a couple of pieces around, get a few more offensive players forward.
Gonna try to flip the field here. Peyton Hill on the far side.
Good turn.
Aggressive defense from the Texans. A chance for Peyton Hill. Pushing up the middle. Gets a pass to the outside. They send it in, cross the header over the goal. A nice look there from.
Looks like the referee's flag up is for offsides, unfortunately. But excellent move here. A real scrappy play there on the outside, but great work from Holloman to get the ball in. But looks like that we were not quite able to. Amelia Legger wasn't quite able to hold off her run and got caught offside.
Outran the defense, so it goes to Tarleton. Now fighting for it at midfield. Hannah Martin, Kafera Roberts in pursuit of Regan Wag. Katie Gregson with a nice head to get it back into the offensive side for the Wildcats, but the Texans remain aggressive here in the offensive press. Gracie Kelly, a nice header to keep it out of the box. Nice move up the middle for Wildcats. Chance to run on either side. Stolen away from the Texans.
Yeah, definitely did not see her in the peripheral vision. Got her pocket picked.
I believe that's Raylan Miller for the Wildcats up the middle. A whistle on the play goes against the Wildcats.
Gentle shove there. Definitely referee tried to see if there was an advantage to be had. Decided there wasn't. Called it back for the foul.
Zoe Ballard to kick it for Tarleton here. Sends it right up the middle. First touch by Katie Gregson. Wildcats looking for an offense position here. A big play from Hannah Martin there. Some contact with Sammy Schultz, and it's a whistle in favor of the Wildcats.
Now the Wildcats certainly have upped the tempo of their game here starting off. It's something that I'm sure they talked about at halftime. They need to get a goal back, and they hopefully want to get one more for the standings in the table. So it's something that I've liked seeing the intensity coming out this second half.
Gregson sends the free kick forward, right up the middle. Leggett possessing here. Finds Abby Smith, who's chopped down, no whistle. Wildcats pushing up the far side, cross it into the box, and immediately grabbed by Riley Bloomfield. An assertive play there, a diving catch.
Absolutely great goalkeeping from Bloomfield. Judged the ball to be within her range and decisively came out to grab it.
Take another look at it here. A long shot there, trying to cross it in just in front of Amelia Miller there, but a nice grab from Riley Bloomfield. Sends it forward, first touch by Martin. And nearly every kick from both of these keepers has been first touched by the Wildcats. They just haven't been able to turn those first touches into an advantageous opportunity.
Yeah, playing that second ball is something that a lot of coaches like to focus on.
Shot from Abby Smith goes through the hands of Riley Bloomfield, not into the goal, but past the boundary there on the end line. So it'll be a goal kick here as we take another look. A scary shot if you're a Texans fan.
Yeah, fairly certain that was a cross, but if it would have gone in, she'd have claimed it and been right too. But either way, she creates a corner and an opportunity for her team to get back level.
Amelia Miller joins Bailey Simon here on the corner. Simon is the typical corner kicker for Steven Salas and his Wildcats. She's going to tip it to her here. Sends it out to Miller. Crafty play. Wildcats send it into the box. A lot of bodies. Able to bang it around and past the goal. Went off again of the Texans, so another opportunity for it here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, something they must have worked up on the training ground, created an opportunity to have a different angled ball coming in, and they got onto the rebound, so it was successful, and the Texans were lucky to get away unscathed.
Send this one in. Pretty typical style there. Kicked away by Williams. Rolls out of bounds, be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Gracie Kelly there gets it to Hannah Martin. Sent back to Kelly in the corner. Going to cross it here from the end line, but it's snagged by Bloomfield.
Good spell of possession there for the Wildcats. As the clock ticks down, good spells of possession that don't turn into goals get more and more frustrating, so they'll be hoping that they can't convert one of these to make it a more interesting last 25 minutes or so.
A couple of great looks early and throughout this second half for the Wildcats. A go for Cafaro Roberts here. Finds Hannah Vetramile down the near side. Chance to cross it here. Leg it in the vicinity, but it goes past the hands of Riley Bloomfield.
That was an absolutely spectacular cross there from Vetramile. The pace, the whip, the ability to get it just where the goalkeeper couldn't get to it. It was begging for someone to come in and finish that. Disappointing for her that no one was there to knock it in.
Leggett a couple of steps behind on that one. But another corner for the Wildcats. And again, it's Bailey Simon back to kick it. Sends it into the box. Wildcats crash. A lot of bodies. Several hit the ground, and it looks like the ball ends up with Riley Bloomfield.
That was absolutely excellent goalkeeping right there. Goalie's complaining that someone kind of bumped into her, but either way, she was able to come down with it through a herd of bodies. That's quite impressive.
Bloomfield will take her time on this one and send it away. A high punt lands just past midfield. Texans get the first touch this time. Vetramile gains it back, tries to go, but spins it right out of bounds. Texans taking their time. Cafaro Roberts intercepts the throw in here. Chance to run up the middle. Lose possession. Bailey Simon, a nice touch, falls in favor of the Texans.
That ball just slipped right on her foot, unfortunately.
Now to the far side, Texans looking for an offensive effort. Haven't seen very many in the second half. McCarley Hallman, a nice play, gets it over to Hannah Martin. Martin's pass back to Hallman, intercepted. Now a chance Texans have numbers. Good defense here. Katie Gregson knocks it away. A really sneaky shot there in the box from the Texans.
A little bit of loose play at the back from the Wildcats. Something that you don't want to see whenever you're generating some offense is something loose at the back, and then real quick you're 2 down. Something they'll want to clean up if they have any chance of getting back into this game.
Texans another opportunity here. A couple of Wildcats there to keep it away. Gracie Kelly there clears it to Cafaro Roberts. An almost nice turn. Good play. A Texan in the vicinity. I believe that's Stevie Reynolds. Chance to run here for Cafaro Roberts. Beats Tegan Dodd. A move to her left. The cross in, knocked away by Ballard. Another offensive attempt thwarted by the Texans.
Yeah, Roberts' pace is something that the defense just can't handle. Her players were trying to get in position, but wasn't quite able to get the cross off.
Now a long shot here, over the hands, into the goal! The Wildcats get one to go! That one off the foot of McCarley Holloman.
An absolutely spectacular strike. She gets the ball in midfield, puts perfect technique on it, got a drive up, and it dips right into this back corner. Fantastic shot there.
Not McCarley Holloman there, that's Amelia Miller.
Miller with the great left-footed strike right in the top corner, gets them back into it. Everything to play for both of these teams going into the next 20 minutes.
Look at McCarley Holloman there. Great effort in the assist here. Again, Amelia Miller, left-footed shot, a beauty right over the diving hands of Bloomfield. Raylyn Miller with the goal. Wildcats on the board now, a tie game.
Looks like the Tarleton press, looks like they're going to try to get back to the strategy that got them that first goal. They kind of got off it here in that first half, so it'll be interesting to see if they can adjust and get that intensity back up to try to get a game winner.
Raylyn Miller's second conference goal this season for the Wildcats draws them even with the Texans. Now another aggressive push here from ACU. The Texans moved off their typical offensive press in the second half with the 1-goal lead. It backfires, not a lot of pressure on the offensive half. The Wildcats have gotten several shots up.
Yeah, it's definitely come out a different game in the second half than it was the first, and the scoreline reflects that. Carly Holloman picking up the yellow card there.
Taking a look at it here. That's Miller again.
Miller again.
Amelia Miller that time, her sister Raylyn Miller with the goal moments ago. Part of 3 sets of twin Wildcats playing for ACU this fall. Fun little tidbit for you there.
Little nightmare for the referee to keep track of who's on a yellow and who's in his book and who's not.
Again, another look at that shot from Raylyn. Beautiful. Texans and the Wildcats going at it here. Just over 22 minutes left. And a big game for the standings. Winner moves to 8 points and into 4th place. That's the final seed in the Western Athletic Conference tournament. Back and forth, jawing for it on the far side. Be a free kick for the Wildcats. Looks like McCarley Holloman is going to take it. Wildcats getting set up for it here. Gracie Kelly with the kick. It's a great one into the box. Headed, grabbed by Bloomfield. A nice play there from ACU.
Seems like one-way traffic here in the last 10 minutes or so. Something the Wildcats will be trying to capitalize on, but the more balls they get in the box, the better.
Raylan Miller, that's her 3rd goal of the season, 2 of which in conference. Texans get it back into the ACU defensive, but it's grabbed by Medrano. Texans feel like they're back on their heels. The Wildcats looking to pounce again, draw a lead late in this one. Back and forth at midfield, and we're going to get a whistle here in favor of the Wildcats.
So take the opportunity to send bodies forward, try to get another set piece opportunity here.
This one's sent forward by Gracie Kelly. Touched first by the Texans in the box. And a Vetramile fighting for it on the near side with Gabrielle Williams. Vetramile walks away with it. A chance to cross on the line, but a diving play there from Gabrielle Williams.
That was outstanding recovery there from Williams. After getting beat by the turn, she was able to recover with her speed and keep the cross from coming in.
1-1 tie here, sub 20 minutes remaining in this one. It's the Wildcats and the Texans here on ESPN+. They get it into Cafaro Roberts, sends it back out to Vetramile. A cross in, nobody home. Skits away from Bloomfield, but fortunate enough to recover it.
It's a couple of loose touches there from Bloomfield. If I'm the forwards, I'm going to be trying to press her at every chance that I can get to see if one of those mistakes could turn into something in the goal column.
Wildcats on the attack the majority of this second half. I find Cafaro Roberts rolls out.
Loose pass there from Vetramile. Good work winning the ball back in the midfield.
Texans going to flip the field here, go to the far side. Go ball up the side, a chance to cross it here. Nice play. I believe it's Nia Leslie on the far side, and she's going to get a whistle. Marginal contact there. I mean, it's a aggressive play on the ball.
Refs kept it pretty standard, but in both sides. He's done a good job tonight.
Head ref today, Muhammad Kalia, assisted by Joshua Eli and Carlos de Dios. Fourth ref is Ethan Fry. So we get set for a free kick here for the Texans. It's kicked up and over the post there. Medrano, a good effort right up to that crossbar. Just long off the foot of Zoe Ballard.
Substitutions coming in.
Now it looks like it's Reagan Hollis and Emma Nyland for the Wildcats, replacing Cafaro Roberts and Hannah Martin. Great touch there up the middle by Miller. Now Emma Nyland in pursuit. Gabrielle Williams on the near side. Chased down by Reagan Hollis. They're going to send it back to Bloomfield. Contested up the middle. Williams possesses. Tries to push forward. Gets the edge. Great patient defense there from Hannah Vetramile.
It's been a good battle along this side on both ends of the field.
Contested on the far side, kicked out by the Texans. It's Gracie Kelly to throw it in. Finds McCarley Holloman. Gonna pushed across the field, tries to get to Reagan Hollis, but it's kicked away.
Dangerous ball across the field with so many players going forward. Probably should have been a little bit safer with that one.
Physical play there, no whistle. Off the head of Bailey Simon, it's gonna roll into the hands of Bella Madrano. Big kick here from Madrano, well past the midfield stripe. Texans get a first touch. Now to Bailey Simon, gets it to McCarley Holloman. Looking for it back up the middle. Simon gets it, advances it. Now kicks Reagan Hollis. Texans let it roll out. Kick here from Bloomfield. We get a whistle on it.
It's like a shove in the back on the ball in.
Yeah, it turns into a free kick for the Wildcats. Let's take a look at the Tarleton Texans' upcoming schedule here. They'll finish it out with Utah Valley and California Baptist, both at home. We'll take a look at that in just a moment here. Gracie Kelly with the kick. Low line drive just in front of the box. Texans get the first touch. Nia Leslie and Amelia Miller fighting for it. Rolls just past Bailey Simon. Gracie Kelly now up from defense. Simon tries to cross it in. Good touch there by Leggett. It's knocked away from her. Now Katie Gregson on the offensive. Nobody back for ACU. McCarley Holland finds the near side. A good opportunity to run, and a bad pass from the Texans. Wildcats able to regain it in just a moment to delay. Kick, shot up, rolls into the hands of Bella Madrano there. Not how ACU draws it up defensively, but able to walk away scot-free.
Yeah, that was a badly played pass, which could have turned into disaster. Something that the Wildcats certainly got lucky with that one.
Texans advance it into the box again. Gabrielle Williams alone with it, but she cannot handle. She's going to keep it in bounds, actually. Looked like it rolled out, but no whistle. Bailey Simon with a nice tip play to get it to Nia Leslie in some space. Momentum starting to shift in favor of the road team, the Tarleton Texans here.
Yeah, Williams with that pace was able to stretch that back line that's been pushing up. It's been impressive. It's a danger on the counterattack for sure.
Hey, we'll take a look at the Tarleton Texans' schedule here. 2 remaining games, California Baptist and Utah Valley. Those coming up this week.
Yeah, those are 2 very tough games. Definitely everything to play for them. But neither of those push over those number 2 and number 1 in the league. So this game is definitely big for both of these teams.
A 2 seed in California Baptist, the 1 seed in the WAC, Utah Valley. No real opportunity for either of those to change. Utah Valley, especially so far out in front of the WAC, they've been dominant. A go ball for Reagan Hollis here. Gets past the defense on the far side. A chance to shoot the shot, blocked by Bloomfield. Under 13 minutes remaining here. We'll take another look at it.
That was an excellent through ball there from to create a perfect opportunity, and really that was the only thing out on. She put a great shot on it, just didn't go in. Good save.
Great look from Reagan Hollis, set up by Amelia Miller, the goal scorer for the Wildcats this evening. Texans back on the offensive. Grabbed by Emma Nyland. Now McCarley Holloman pushing up the far side. We're going to get a whistle. Goes against the Texans. Another opportunity for ACU. And we'll take a look at the Wildcats' remaining schedule. It's the same two teams. Those teams kind of make a West Texas road trip. They'll have them in reverse order. Utah Valley and ending the year with California Baptist. Those coming up this week. Again, two huge games.
Yeah, same thing as the Tarleton State situation. This game means a lot because those last two are going to be hard to get a result.
Free kick sent into the box by the Wildcats. Cafaro Roberts with a touch here. Open space. Wide right.
Referee did not see a deflection, so goes out for a goal kick. A good try.
Bloomfield back. Might see a short touch here. Now she'll wave her off and she'll send it long. These two teams, the bottom two in the WAC standings as of right now. A tie does nobody any good. A go ball for Cafaro Roberts. It's well past her here. Able to keep it in. A nice play there with her knee. It's kicked out by Tarleton State. Turns into another ACU possession.
That was an outstanding play to win a throw-in from nothing.
Vetramile here looking to cross it. Finds a Texan. They are able to send it back out. Katie Gregson fighting at midfield with Williams. Texans trying to advance it here. Carly Holloman on the far side. Bouncing between a couple of Wildcats. They're going to send it back to Gracie Kelly, looking to reset it. Sends it deeper into the offensive half for ACU. Cafaro Roberts giving chase. Big effort here, nearly a collision with Bloomfield. Gets past a couple of Wildcats at midfield, including the Texan Stevie Reynolds. Texans looking to play it up the near side. Reynolds with it. Sends a go ball well past Sammy Schultz. She's able to possess it in the corner, kicked out by Gregson.
That's a good through ball there, sent through to create an opportunity. We'll see if the Texans can pick a goal off here as this game winds down into its final 10 minutes.
There's Gregson and Williams. It's Sam Leedy to throw it in for the Texans, their goal scorer. Nice steal from Vetramile, taken right back. Shot at Medrano. She's able to squeeze it there right at her.
That was a really good reaction save. It kind of took a deflection off her defender there, and so the ability to get to ground and hold on to it so that no rebound is possible is outstanding goalkeeping.
Just a true freshman. Wildcats looking to keep her in the purple and white for years to come. Sends it past the midfield stripe. First touch by Shakira Cafaro Roberts. She's possessing up the middle. Gets it to Emma Nyland on the left side, and a slide tackle sends it out. Just before the corner here, it'll be ACU throw-in. Wildcats with the throw-in here. I believe it's Abby Smith on the toss. First touch by the Texans. Bailey Simon heads it. Chance for the Texans, a bad pass there, not touched well by Williams. Simon, a nice turn. Gets to Cafaro Roberts on the near side. Looks to make some magic. Gets it left into a trap, though. Nice defense by the Texans. Big slide there from Simon. Unable to regain the possession. Sammy Schultz advancing it forward to Gabrielle Williams, who touches it out of bounds immediately for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that outlet ball to Williams is what they've been looking for to kind of relieve some of this pressure that they've been experiencing. Couldn't keep it down that time.
Vetramile with the toss. Finds Miller. Cafaro Roberts sends it forward for Reagan Hollis, but out kicks her. Texans with it. Sam Leedy advancing it forward this time for Sammy Schultz. And it's touched out of bounds. Vetramile with throw in. Kafera Roberts finds Hannah Martin. Check back in. Martin in pursuit. Texans pulling it back here. They're going to kick it out of bounds. Opportunity for the ACU offensive. Vetramile finds Martin on the throw-in, looking to work around her defender. Schultz knocks it away, but Bailey Simon finds it. Tries to pass it forward, but a short pass there gives it back to the Texans. Big play there from Bailey Simon. No whistle on the play. McCarley Holloman looking to advance down the far side. Cross it to the middle, and miscommunication there with Reagan Hollis.
That was a good play from Holloman to settle it in the midfield. Last pass was just lacking just a little bit.
Ball finds its way to Hannah Vetramile. Hannah Martin to McCarley Holloman. Nice defense here at midfield from the Texans. And the ball just kicked into the box by the Texans here. Bad touch from Tarleton there. Gives it back to the Wildcats in the offensive. And a physical play there gets a whistle. McCarley Holloman hits the deck, but another opportunity for ACU.
Holloman going forward has been creating a little bit these last couple of minutes. Something to look for down the stretch. One of their better players on the ball. We'll see if this set piece that's generated from that can do anything.
Looks like it's Gracie Kelly with the free kick. Sends it towards the box into the hands of Riley Bloomfield.
Too much power on that. Didn't really ever have an opportunity. Easy for the goalkeeper.
Bloomfield going to send it here just at midfield. Under 6 minutes remaining here in this one between the Texans and the Wildcats. Sent out by Gregson there. Texans going quickly. Sense of urgency kicking in for both of these squads, sitting in the 5th and 6th spots in the WAC standings. Ball goes past McCarley Holloman into the corner here. Bella Madrano running in to save it. Holloman's going to try to advance it but kick it out. Tips off of Tarleton State.
It's a good cleanup after a bad first touch.
And we'll have a substitution made for the Wildcats. I believe that's Abby Smith checking back in for ACU. Nice play up the far side. Send into the corner for Tarleton. It rolls out. And it
rolls out for a corner kick.
Yeah, it's going to be a big corner opportunity here. Sub 5 minutes.
Next goal is going to be most likely the clinching goal. So if there is one in this game, it's probably going to seal it. This is big for both teams.
I believe it's Sam Leedy kicking it in the corner for Tarleton. Sends it into the box, bounces around and through. Clean defense by the Wildcats to be a goal kick for Madrano, looking to go quickly. Gregson with a nice play up past Vetramile, and a miscommunication there.
Tried to play out quick and unfortunately turned the possession over for him.
So another chance for Tarleton State here. Wildcat fans complaining about a throw-in, and a Martin knocks it out of bounds. Crossed in, knocked away by Gregson. Nice turn ball back in the box. Kicks around at the feet of several Wildcat defenders there, able to clear it into the corner. And a big play there, whistle called on Hannah Vetramile.
Yeah, that was a clever bit of attacking play. She kicks the ball around her and then makes the most of the contact, which was marginal, but that's usually going to get called.
And crafty play by Sam Leedy. Scored the goal for the Texans in this one. Now she has a free kick in the corner, just in front of the corner. Opportunity to attack. Sends it in just over the head of Cafaro Roberts. Wildcats get the first touch, and they send it over the head of Leedy. Now a throw in, nearly the same spot. That one out, and it'll be a corner for the Texans. Sloppy bit of play here from ACU. Leedy's kick into the box. Headed by a couple, shoots through the other side. Wildcats a chance to clear. Cafaro Roberts trying to run it down. Texans driving it back into the corner. A nice slide play there from Cafaro Roberts.
It's great keeping the ball cross from coming in. Good play there.
And it goes off of the Texan in the area, so it's ACU ball. One last opportunity to push here. Sub 2 minutes here at Elmer Gray. Physical play there on Bailey Simon. No whistle. Texans advancing it. Bella Medrano able to grab that one. And is going to roll it out for Katie Gregson on the near side. And a pass rolls out just past the midway stripe.
Loose there from Gregson.
Now
on the final 90 seconds. As you said, draw really helps neither team, so they're going to be going for it till the bitter end.
Texans advance it here past Gabrielle Williams. Katie Gregson able to get a foot on it. They're going to flip the field here for Peyton Hill. Makes a nice play on the ball. A chance for the Wildcats. Gets it forward to Abby Smith. Crosses it in. Squeezed by Bloomfield. And now a big boot here. Both teams trading big kicks, looking for an even bigger one here as we are under a minute. Texans on the offensive. Physical play there. Vetramile walks away with it, trying to get it up to Shakira Cafaro Roberts. A chip shot near the box. Gregson grabs it. Both teams look gassed out here. Under 30 seconds. Down to 18. Couple of physical plays on the ball. Numbers for the Texans. They cross it in, but well past, and might be the final bit of action we have here. Medrano lining up for a kick. He's going to send it just towards the circle. It's kicked away, and that's the buzzer. The Texans and the Wildcats draw even here in the third to final game of the season for both of these teams, both sitting in the 5 and 6 spots in the standings. Not the outcome either really wanted.
Yeah, it was a really tough-fought match, evenly matched teams. It was end-to-end stuff. Definitely the second half, the Wildcats were good for their goal. They deserved it. And both teams will leave a bit disappointed, but they still have the opportunity in the last 2 games to find a way into that tournament.
Each will play Utah Valley and California Baptist in the final 2 games. Neither of these teams leaving the state of Texas as we take a look at the final stats here.
Yeah, so if we look at this final stats, Lady with the goal, Miller with the Abilene Christian goal, those minutes just a bit off. But the Charlton 5 shots, 4 on goal, 6 saves. Abilene Christian definitely were able to pull a few shots in that second half. Great play from Medrano again. Once again, the Wildcats still unbeaten at home, but they would have preferred to have a bit of a walked away with a win.
Yeah, Raylan Miller's goal coming in the 68th minute of play in the second half that drew Abilene Christian even with the Texans, but that's where they end. Hey, from the entire ACU TV broadcast crew, student run led by Tyler Hatfield and Hutton Harris, and from my broadcast partner, Zach McCartney, I'm Roman Raffelli saying good night from Abilene. A 1-1 tie here in Western Athletic Conference play.